It's weird because when you think of like iced tea in Canada,
Hmm.
it's not. I hate it. I really hate it. The thing is chock full of sugar. It's gross.
Yeah.
Like we get Brisk and we get Nestea. Like everywhere you go, there's Nestea, and to me Nestea's fucking disgusting, man. I can't stand it.
Oh, I know. It's pure sugar.
And I like
Oh,
it's funny because when I went to the States and I ordered an iced tea once, and I tasted it and I was like, oh my god, it's just cold tea. It's just tea with ice and lemon.
I don't know if you actually hear me on my chat because it doesn't look like it's picking up my mic for some reason.
Oh, somebody didn't test audio levels.
It was working the other night or the other day when I was streaming, but I did screw on with something, and now I'm curious.
Well, the microphone clearly works.
Yeah, I mean you could hear me, but for some reason,
I am the captain now.
yeah, exactly. Hang on a second. Let me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on your end you're hearing me. I just want to now make sure that on my end people can hear me.
You're like,
Uh,
let me just restart my computer and do a quick reinstall of Windows. I'll be right back.
yeah, that'd be kind
I'm just gonna do.
of a little messed up there.
Did it work?
I'm not sure. It looks like it did, but no, no, it's not working. I don't understand why. Okay. Well, now let me just go fuck around with this. Why are you not picking this up, device? There you go. There we go. Now it's picking it
Oh,
up. I don't know why it just. There we go. I just had to mute that because it was just going to hear an echo.
it,
All right, we're
it,
good.
it was when you plugged in your 18-inch equine dildo that vibrates. You were charging it, I think, on your computer, so it picked it up as
They're
your mic.
they're they're not supposed to know this was.
Oh,
That was just for you and me.
didn't realize you were alive. Did not. But yeah. So, as the title states, Disney.
Disney.
What have they done to my boy?
Oh my God.
They massacred
Yeah,
him.
no, they've
Um,
they've kind of destroyed Disney.
yeah, Disney's in a
Shame.
very bad place right now, in my opinion. It's not. It's not looking too good for them. Uh, so I'm gonna preface this by saying that there's the three sides of the arguments.
Hmm.
There's what the fuck was that?
What
Jesus, it's the.
happened there?
I think it's a fucking cat. Anyways, um, so yeah, I think there's three sides to this. There's the hey, keep doing what you're doing, keep making all this, crap. That's what we want, but they don't actually watch any of it. They don't because they don't have money to go to the movies.
If
Um,
they're just yeah, no kidding.
so you
They're
have
like sitting there to be mad for the sake of sitting there to be mad.
yeah, so you have them, and then you have the people that are outside, the people that are extremely disappointed in where Disney's at. Um, there was a time when I was mad where I'd be like, "Yo, fuck this shit, man! Like I'm not in for this anymore." But now I'm more like, "Oh, they're making that. I'm okay. I'm sure it's gonna be terrible to watch."
Uh,
it's
yeah,
I'm more in a state right now where it's like, okay, well, I mean, hey, if the Hindenburg's going down, I'm gonna watch it go down, So
pretty much. I think that's where everyone is slowly getting up to that point. Like everyone's more or less frustrated. Obviously, people are getting more and more upset, and I find that the more and more people keep fighting for what they want, and as far as like the opposite of what Disney is doing, they're just going to keep pointing people out as being either racists or
yeah,
sexists or somethingists in
some
some way, shape, or form.
the
And it's just
Isinophobes.
everyone's just tired. It's like, okay, you know what? You don't want to listen to what we're saying. You just rather put us under the bus. Let's just not go, and then show you what the people you're shitting on are actually gonna do by not showing up.
Well, like I
Make
said,
you guys your money.
yeah, agree. Like that's where I'm at right now. It's like, well, I'm not gonna invest in consuming your stuff anymore because I'm not your target audience anymore. That's all.
Yeah.
If that's the route you've taken, then okay, cool. I guess I'll have to find my entertainment somewhere else. That's all. I'm not tripping out over it. I mean, yeah, Ariel was black. And to be honest, I was expecting a bigger backlash for that. I was expecting people to like freak out, but people were just like, "Hey, Ariel's black now." That's pretty much how it came out, and it stayed at that.
Yeah.
But there will always be the few outliers that pushed it too far, you know. Um, and there's a third part. So we have the ones who want it, the ones who don't want it, and then you have the ones who are unfortunately the decision makers, the ones who actually affect whether this will continue or not. It's the I don't care people.
Wait, what do you mean by this?
Well, there's the folks out there that simply say, I don't care if they gender swap. I don't care if they race swap. I don't care if their entire marketing is screaming, feminist, 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 or progressive, 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 or BLM, 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 or whatever
So you
the
mean like there's one side's for, there's one side's against, and then there's the other guys who are just like, just do whatever you want as long as I get something. Just
yeah,
yeah,
just give me something I can spend money on,
yeah,
And I didn't think that was a big crowd, but I'm realizing it is.
yeah.
I'm realizing it. I'm realizing it's what everybody's been calling. What's this word that the young kids use? Plebs.
Pleb simps.
No, I wouldn't call them simps. I wouldn't call them simps.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call them
Oh, yeah, but
simps.
you could. I mean, you can maybe be a simp towards like a certain brand or a certain name. Like you could be a simp towards Disney, or you could be a simp towards I don't know, Blizzard. Or you could be a simp towards a certain actor.
I don't know.
You could be a simp towards something.
I want to reserve simp for the dudes that want that actually spend money on OnlyFans. I'm gonna keep simps for those guys. I would say fanboys. You know,
Okay, yeah, yeah. I
fanboys.
guess you could say that.
For that, and it blew my mind when I realized that that's a much larger audience than I thought it was. The more people that I talk to about, because I'm trying to get outside of the circle, right? Because obviously I'm surrounding myself with media that I support and that
Hmm.
supports my narrative, but I try to expose myself to media that I don't support as much as I can.
Yeah,
And I just started to just fuck it. Just I'm at a point right now where I'm not afraid to expose or say which side I'm on this argument anymore. Like people are like, "Oh no, you're one of those." It's like, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's me. I don't give a fuck anymore. It's like yeah, I thought the last three Star Wars were shit, and if you enjoyed them, good for you. Um,
yeah,
and the more I did that, the more I realized how there's a ton of people out there that are more along the lines of, eh, I don't care. It's Star Wars. I'll pay to see it. And that blows my mind. That's out there, and you know what? If they have that target audience, they'll be profitable. They'll be good.
yeah. I think
So
they'll.
that's
I
all they
think
need.
they'll survive. I don't disagree with you. I think they'll survive, but I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll be in Wealth Town like they used to be. Like let's say 6 to 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that just before basically they did the other movies, they did the Star Wars movies, and like they were kind of on a good track. They were starting out with their whole live action series, and
hmm
some people were on the fence of it, but for the most part, people seem to have enjoyed some of the live action stuff that they had started with.
you mean the remakes, right? Like Cinderella, Lion King, and
Yeah,
Beauty and the
stuff like
Beast, and
that.
all that stuff.
Yeah, basically, I think at the beginning, like I think probably what's it? Yeah, probably just either before or right after Lion King, they were doing all right. Like people thought that the Lion King movie was weird, but there wasn't anything too great. And then what was it? I can't remember. It was what's it? Aladdin that was next, right?
Yeah.
Aladdin, and then it was Mulan. Everyone was still getting a little bit on the fence with Aladdin too,
As you're naming shit,
and
I'm like, oh fuck, right. Oh fuck, right. That happened.
it was those things that came out. Yeah, exactly.
I
And then
completely
like
forgot.
right after I think right after that, once Mulan came out, that's when people I think started to like besides all the stuff that Disney was doing right when Mulan came out, right then is where you start to see more of the shift and how they were trying to politicize a lot of stuff. Like even with Star Wars 2 was right around then.
What's fucked up about Mulan is that it wasn't even in my from what I could understand, it wasn't even overly progressive. Like Mulan was a story about a woman who tried to put herself in a man's shoes and take on a man's task and probably even do it better.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what the story's
it
about. Like, dude,
it
the
it,
thing,
it was.
the thing screams short purple hair, but like seriously,
It kind of does because like I went for a movie where she was like you could like the original where you could see that she was struggling because she's in a world where she's not really used to. She was literally in a man's world,
yeah.
and it's nothing to be like, oh, guys are better than women or anything along those lines, but there is a distinct difference between the two. So she got herself in there and she's trying to play with their team, and kudos to her for like pushing through and doing everything. She had her struggle, and she went through it. Whereas in this
Not well,
movie, she's just
not
like,
only
I'm
that,
all,
but in the movie, like I think she in the animated, she not only did she push through the struggle and was able to successfully compete with them and do the training with them and whatnot, she brought a perspective to their tactics that they never considered. You know,
yeah,
so which is that's just the power of the mind, which men and regardless of what people say, I think when it comes to power of the mind, men and women are equal. So
yeah.
and yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to highlight that.
No. So that's totally fine. And yeah, again, and at the end of the movie, she brought that whole perspective around, and everyone respected her for it.
Yeah,
Whereas in this movie, it just seemed like she was naturally gifted. All the stuff just came naturally. She was a Mary Sue boss right out the gate. Nothing really earned. And so at the end of it, you're like, oh, okay, so it's just a lot of fighting, and that's it. And you put the name Mulan on it
it's fucked
without
up. It's
realizing
fucked
the
up.
actual story behind what Mulan was trying to do.
It's fucked up because they added a female villain in that movie, like the
Yeah,
witch. And they somehow gave her a redemption arc. And she became a hero and sacrificed herself. and,
yeah,
and then the dude is still like the shitty bad guy, and I think they really really missed the main message with Mulan, which was you have your own strengths. You just need to play towards them. You know,
yeah,
like men and women. Like as a kid, like me as a boy, like watching Mulan, I loved Mulan. I thought it was a good movie. You know,
yeah.
that was the message I got from it. Was like you have other strengths, you have different strengths, and just you know tailor yourselves around them and to use them at your best abilities. And then when the live action comes out, she, it turns out that her fucking chi or whatever the fuck her power was the
Oh my
reason why she
god.
was so good. Remember that? There was
Yeah, it sounded like they literally just like yoinked a little. It's like, oh, we have the Star Wars property. Let's just yoink the Force and call it Chi.
yeah.
Midichlorians
The
and shit.
midichlorians, not the Force, the midichlorians. So they took the midichlorians and they injected into Mulan. It's like, see, she didn't like struggle and become good all of a sudden. She's the chosen one. And it's like it's like what where's your fucking message there? Like you completely missed the point of the movie. And the fact that they
Yeah.
took out like iconic songs like Be a Man and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that song was amazing. And it wasn't it's not what people think. It's like people who listen to the song Born in the USA and they think it's a pro American song. It's the most fucking anti American song you'll ever hear. It's beautiful. You know? And it was the same thing for Be a Man. It was trying to highlight like how ridiculous it was, you know, and how she was
Yeah.
able to keep up with it and easily go with the flow. And no Mushu was a
Oh
fucking
no.
mistake. That was a
I know.
fucking mistake. I don't know what they were thinking. They were like, no, this Mulan needs to be real so little girls can identify with her, but give her magic powers so they could be the chosen one. This child needs to understand. It needs to obey. You know, this is your master. You follow this one. You know what I mean? It's such crap.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So like you were saying, we were talking about how I figured out about that third audience and how they're always going to be
Yeah.
profitable, and you were saying like how they're never gonna go bankrupt and shit like that, or
No,
that
I don't. Yeah, I don't think they'll go bankrupt. I think they'll like glide by or
yeah.
slowly go by. They'll be comfortable, but I don't think they'll ever be able to regain that. At least not within the next like 10-ish years. Like it's or minimum. I'd give them a while. They're gonna need to like pull back from a lot of stuff. Do some stuff like throw out some movies here and there, but they're going to keep it to the sidelines, I think, for a while till stuff kind of blows over.
Hmm. So, well, having said that,
Yeah.
Disney's starting a yard sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
so I mean, it's no surprise. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to go out there and be like, "Oh, this is what happens when you know, cater to the right wingers or the fucking Trumpers and all that shit." It's like I'm in Canada. I can't vote for them. It's like I don't understand what you're trying to say here. you know.
Oh shit.
But yeah, no, Disney's starting a yard sale. So
Yeah.
it would appear that the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, went on to CNBC or was in an interview with somebody from CNBC and highlighted that they might be in like damage control mode or some sorts, and they're going to start they have to start selling off assets. Now it's very clear that some of the people that I follow who like do like drama videos on YouTube and that kind of stuff will say like, "Oh my God, Disney's going down. They're gonna start selling everything. We're gonna get good content again." It's like, whoa, slow down. Like they're not gonna fucking
Mm.
sell LucasArts and Marvel right off the bat, right out the gate. That's not gonna
No, no,
happen.
that is right now their only money making stuff. So they gotta hold on to that.
I'll get there because they're in a hole right now.
Yeah. Oh
um,
yeah.
and that hole is about 900 million meters deep. So the thing that's interesting is that they have to sell off everything that they spent all these years purchasing and acquiring, so i
Yep.
i pulled up a chart here that shows you everything that Disney has its fingers in. So obviously you have the Walt Disney Picture Studio, you have the Walt Disney theme parks, you have the LucasArts, you have Lucasfilms, you have
Yep.
Marvel Entertainment, and you have Marvel Studios. And then you have
Fox.
the Fox merger, and you have the 20th Century Fox movies, television and studios for 20th Century Fox. And then they also have the National Geographic, that also belongs to them now. And then you have the ABC Group, the American Broadcasting Company belongs to ABC.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so
ABC
they've
News,
acquired a
ABC
lot.
Radio, Lifetime, A&E, History Channel, Vice. All these things all belong to
They have
Disney.
Vice.
Yeah.
Wow.
ESPN belongs to them. And then they also have direct to consumer stuff, like obviously their Disney Plus, Hulu, all kinds of crap like that, right? And they have something called Steamboat Ventures, which is Photo Bucket, GoPro. Oh shit! Okay, that's like all these little tiny video recording. Damn, that's intense. Okay. So yeah, so as you can tell, they have their fingers in a lot of pots. So they have a lot of things they can sell before they get to the big stuff.
Hmm.
But it's just like they've gotten to a point where they have no choice now but to start selling everything. You know, they have to start getting like I think ESPN and ABC are going to be the first ones to go, because you know what's funny, ESPN
Yeah.
actually stopped talking about sports.
Really?
Yeah, and when
I mean,
you
I can't say that I followed sports, but they just stopped doing the thing that they liked when they turned to MTV.
Oh no! They didn't turn MTV at all. ESPN turned into oh, this hockey player didn't wear the rainbow shirt, or this baseball player didn't kneel for the national anthem, you know,
Oh,
this
okay.
this football player didn't paint his hair black for BLM Day, shit like that. So it's
So, okay.
that's all ESPN turned into. That's all the commentators talked about now. It was weird.
What does that have to do with sports? To me that seems ridiculous.
It has
Your
everything to
sports
do with
network.
sports.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like when like they turned into MTV, because MTV used to be like music television. Hey, let's go
Mhm.
there. Oh, there's a music video. Let's go and watch it. And that was their big thing. And now it's like all they do is reruns of shows and other stuff. Like that, you would go onto your the TV to watch MTV, or here in Canada with much music.
Thank you,
And even
Ananas.
that's
I
like
already have that
gone.
picture. I appreciate it.
The heck is this?
I think it's the same picture that I was. Yeah, it's the exact same picture I was looking
Oh
at.
my lord!
That's everything they own.
I like how it's literally the Mickey Mouse, how it's Mickey Mouse in their ears.
So yeah, that's to give you an idea of everything that they own. So they're gonna start selling off assets, and um, a lot of people are saying Disney's so big, they're never gonna go bust. What people don't realize is that Disney is like contractually obligated to purchasing a certain percentage or a certain become a certain percentage shareholder of Comcast.
Okay.
And it's like and the fee to do that is a couple of $1 billion. And what they're saying right now is that, yeah, we're contractually obligated to do this, and we don't have the money, so we need to start a yard sale and come up with that money.
Oh my
and
god.
and that's what's happening right now because they need if they don't honor that contract, I'm guessing they can be taken to court. They could be sued. They might lose assets instead of selling assets. Um,
Yeah.
and I just feel like it's such a fall from grace of what they used to be, and more importantly, what I wanted to highlight was how everything that I mentioned that became a part of Disney. It's so
Hmm.
strange. I don't know when Disney purchased. I'm gonna look that up right now. When Disney purchased National Geographic.
Yeah,
Um.
'cause I mean, that seemed like it was a small thing, but I guess yeah, that actually happened.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, they bought 20th Century Fox. Okay, so it's oh wait, so that belonged to 20th Century Fox, so it happened with that. I think is what I'm understanding. But it happened anyways. It happened in between 2017 and 2019. It is when they got National Geographic.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that when was the last time you heard anything that great that National Geographic did? I'm sure they probably have some stuff that's pretty cool. Maybe I haven't seen it in a long time because I don't have Disney Plus.
Is David Suzuki still around?
No fucking idea. But but it's just like I don't know. I feel like you haven't heard anything great about them. And then when you have ESPN, after the purchase by Disney, it became very political. They had an
Mm.
angle they had to present online all of a sudden. So it's like everything, and obviously, it goes without saying. Once Disney had the right to LucasArts, and they also got the rights to Marvel, well, that went to shit also.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the haters out there, and there's the I don't care people who disagree. But for the people that were fans, yeah, no, it went to shit. Like, what is their flagship movie this year, Marvel? What was it? It was Guardians. Was it Guardians? They already passed.
I guess it's Guardian. Wait, didn't the who did Across the Universe
What was that?
or Across the sorry, it's Across the Spider Verse.
No, that's Sony.
Oh, that is Sony. Okay,
That's why. That's
then
why it's good.
yeah, no kidding.
I heard it was weaker though.
Um,
I heard it was weaker
yeah,
than
well,
the
I
first
mean
one.
they leave you on a cliffhanger, so they're trying to hook you in for a third movie, but
Yeah.
well, hopefully it'll be good.
Anyways, everything that they touch and everything they get their fingers in, it just doesn't seem to pan out. It doesn't. They, they just
Basically,
politicize the shit out of it way too much.
right after Endgame, like you know, not even right after Endgame, because what was it? Far From Home wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. But I was like, okay, Disney's still holding through, and then everything after that just slowly plummeted. It slowly plummeted right at like during the TV series, all the TV series that they were trying to pop out there.
For the Marvel stuff, I think the tipping point was Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. I think that's when people were like, "Oh, okay, that's where we're going." And what's funny is that they really shoehorned her character into the end of the Infinity Saga. You know, it was like,
Mm,
"Shit, this bitch can't carry a franchise. Shove her in there." You know what I mean? And they made it seem like Captain Marvel was like must see before Endgame.
yeah,
But no, not at all. It's just
no,
fucking.
I didn't even watch the movie, and there was nothing special about it.
It's crazy because of the Infinity Saga, Captain Marvel is the only movie I didn't see yet,
Yeah,
and it's not even like out of hatred. It's just I'm just not interested. And now that I know it has nothing to do with the story, I don't care.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I
pretty
don't care. So
pretty much.
and
Like
and
I even no, go ahead, go ahead.
and now you have like the whole Star Wars thing, right? Like the trilogy that came out, the new trilogy. So
Yeah,
seriously, I was a fan of the Force Awakens. I liked it a lot, and it
I
got me
did
hyped.
too. I that exactly. everyone has their bit about it. My only thing that I've said is that, you know what, it set up for something in the newer movies. It looked like it was trying to do something cool. It wasn't
Mm.
entirely that great, but it wasn't bad. It did what it meant to do,
It had
which
a,
is to
it had a
keep
great
interest.
reveal at the end.
Yeah,
It did kill off a legacy character in a relatively dumb way, but still, he got his moment to shine at least, you know.
yeah,
Um, and then what was it called? The Last Jedi? I think
yeah,
yeah, The Last Jedi.
yeah. No, sorry. Last Jedi was the second one. Rise of Skywalker was the third one.
Yeah, then The Last Jedi happened.
No,
Then all of a sudden we had Admiral Gender Studies, and we had fucking Leia flying through space like Superman, and
oh my God,
like
no,
just
no, it was Mary Poppins. Mary
yeah,
Poppins.
absolute fucking nonsense. It just made no sense whatsoever. And
God.
then there was the last one, the what was it called?
Rise
Fuck,
of
Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even see it yet. I haven't seen it. I was like, after the Last Jedi, I was like, oh fuck this trilogy, I'm done. You know. So to be honest, they really screwed the pooch when it comes to Star Wars. Also, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the Star Wars television stuff, they fucked up there also. They had a good thing going with Mando.
Yeah. The
Um,
first one wasn't that bad.
yeah,
First season.
first season wasn't bad. Second season wasn't bad. Third season, it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, you have some really
I
good moments, and then you have Lizzo.
wait. Oh God. I gotta ask when you're saying. Well, obviously you're talking about the actual third season, but I thought you were gonna talk about the book of the book of Boba Fett.
I don't remember that. I just remember a giant
Uh,
trailer of a what's it called? A death drop charge falling from a ship. That's it. That's all I remember.
the only reason why I bring that up is literally because apparently, at least from what I keep hearing, everyone's saying that it started off with Boba Fett, and then it just went on to other people, and then they basically threw Mando in there and kept the story with Mando and Yoda going.
It's such a fucking
And it's just,
weird direction, you know? Because
yeah,
I heard that's true. I saw a picture of of the set of these, like, I don't know what to call them. Like, I guess like galactic greasers. I don't know. They're like
okay,
you remember like in the 50s you had like the greasers and you had the preppy boys. So so they're the galactic greasers. They're driving around in like Vespas and they have purple hair and green hair and like they were like fucking floating Vespas. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So weird. Um but yeah, no, Book of Boba Fett, like you said, it's so weird how they filmed it. Like they started off with Boba Fett, and then they went into this arc with his companion, the Asian chick,
yeah.
and then after that, they just like threw in 3 episodes of Mando out of nowhere. It's like it's almost as if they were filming the episode every week and they were gauging what people wanted. Like they didn't actually plan a season, you know. It was weird.
They figured they'd go with the South Park route. Like, hey, South Park does their stuff on the just out of the seat of their pants. Let's follow their example.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, no.
And then you had the last LucasArts property for the ruin, Indiana Jones.
Oh my God.
So anything you stick Phoebe Waller-Bridge in, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good.
She's the director.
And she's a star. No, she's not a director. I
Oh,
think she's a writer and a star.
okay.
And a lot of things that she's in, it's just ugh. And on top of it, it's like she's the type of person who, I guess when she's writing a story, she has to do a self insert. Like she has, I need to put myself in the story. I need to be represented. You know what I mean? Like it's
Okay,
not
yeah.
just tell a story. The last James Bond that came out, No Time to Die, I think it's called.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure she was a writer on that.
It's possible. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
she was a writer on it, and to me, I don't know if I can say if it's the worst Bond movie. Honestly, I cannot. I don't think I could say that. But it is
Yeah.
easily Craig's worst Bond movie, in my opinion.
Oh, really?
Easily, it wasn't good.
Even more so than Quantum of Solace, because I still kind of remember that movie. but
Yeah.
I never got around to finishing it, and everyone just said it was just.
Quantum of Solace
It
really
kind of felt.
wasn't that bad. If you watch Quantum of Solace right after watching Casino Royale, it's a good movie because it picks up right after it.
Okay.
But to me, at the time, the worst Bond movie was Spectre for me. I thought that was shit.
Wait, what? Spectre?
It's when Dave Bautista plays Oddjob and he's
Yeah.
going after Blofeld.
That is such a weird. I still have yet to see. I still haven't seen Spectre and was it No Time to Die?
Yeah,
I don't know. After what was it?
Spectre's
Skyfall?
okay. Yeah, Skyfall was great.
Yeah. I thought it
Um,
was really long, but yeah, it was fantastic.
I don't mind if you make a long movie as long as you keep me engaged, like
Yeah.
Skyfall did. So
Yeah.
so anyways, Indiana Jones, another property that's been ruined, and to the point where, when it comes to the Star Wars universe, like they made those side movies, right? They made Solo, they made shit, that one that did really well at Rogue One, that people really liked.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think that was it, right? There wasn't any other ones.
No, as far as movies go, no, that was basically it. Rogue One was like again the same thing. Right after Force Awakens, Rogue One came in and like they were doing a good job. It cemented Disney that they knew more or less what they were doing, and they
Yeah,
could potentially handle
it
the
it,
next movie,
it gave us
and they were
hope.
going on the right track.
And
Yeah.
then the Last Jedi came out, and then Solo came out, and I think to this day, Solo was the only Star Wars movie to actually lose money. It was the only Disney movie to lose money, I think.
Ouch.
Let me just make sure I'm not talking shit here. Yeah, Hollywood Reporter reports an estimated loss between 50 to $100 million. So they lost money on Solo. It didn't even make back its budget.
That sucks.
Um,
But I didn't think it was that bad, but I still kind of get why it was kind of poopy.
but now Indiana Jones is tracking the same.
Yeah.
It's so sad. But you know what? I think I won't just blame Phoebe Waller-Bridge for that. Okay, um, even though she is like part of the issue in this movie. Her and from what I could see from all the reviews that I've seen and from reviews that I trust and that kind of stuff, um, they're saying that her character is really not likable, and the chemistry between her and Harrison Ford, they went for a chemistry of like people that just don't get along ever in the movie, which comes off as annoying.
Well, like the what's it, like a buddy cop movie kind of a scenario?
Yeah, well, it's a buddy cop movie, but imagine it with like elder abuse. Like, oh, you're old, you can't do shit. You know what I mean? So, so imagine that.
It sounds like Lethal Weapon, to be honest.
So, hey, Riggs never made fun of Murtaugh for being old.
No, Murtaugh would just make fun of himself. For
Exactly,
being old.
exactly. So right now, I think the budget for Indiana Jones was it's estimated to be around 300 million,
Aye.
and
That's how much it made, or that's what the budget is.
that's what it cost to make.
Okay.
That's what it cost to make. And so far, the box office is wow. They're so full of shit at 300 million.
So they just broke even.
Yeah. No. No. So
Close.
okay. So basically, like the way that people calculate budgets, for the movie sector is if you have a movie budget, which is like in this case 200 million to make a movie, you need to double it at the minimum
Oh,
in order to make money, because your marketing will probably cost as much as your budget sometimes, or most of the time.
so your marketing's not even included in the budget.
No, the budget is what it costs to actually make the movie, the film, the time, the crew, the staff, everybody. The
Oh,
marketing is a separate thing, and most of the time, from what I could understand in the movie industry, is you take the budget times two. That's your marketing budget. So the budget would be another 300 million, which means you need to make 600 million on box office day. Well, sorry, in total box office in order to recoup your money.
okay. No, see, I thought when like you're talking about budget and how much they were making, that like that was already in the cost.
I thought
Like
that's how it worked also.
300 million. Yeah, and 300 million was like sounds
Oh, that's high.
fairly low for the movie.
No,
Well, I
that's
know it's
fucking high.
high, but really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I,
That's really
okay.
high. That's really high for a movie. Most movies would go like around 100 million. If you're going
Oh,
if you're going
okay.
300 million, it's because you're throwing a shitload of money into this and like CGI or whatever, you know.
Hmm.
So it would need to make 600 million worldwide in order to break even. But there's another caveat that you need to take into
Okay.
consideration, and it's like so right now it made $300 million in the box office. Theaters need to get paid, and apparently most of the time it's a 40 to 50% cut. So of your $300 million of revenue, you're only getting 150 million from it.
Wow. Okay.
So that's why when Avengers was made, I think the budget was like 400 million, Avengers Infinity War, and it made a
Yeah. Yeah.
billion dollars in one weekend.
Yeah,
It made
so
back its budget,
people made
it
money.
covered its marketing and the ticket fees. So it's like
Jesus.
that's what you want, and that's what Disney's been chasing ever since. That's what they want, you know. But
Yeah.
I think because they kept pushing a narrative and they kept pushing a certain message in all of their movies, it just drove too many people away to the point where we're not interested anymore. And
Yeah, or
I wanted
everyone's just trying to sell a message rather
yeah,
than sell a movie.
and I wanted to highlight that I won't just pin all the blame on Phoebe Waller-Bridge, but also Harrison Ford's like 89 or something. I don't know. He's like 80, 79. I don't know, but like what?
He's 81.
There you go. He's 81. Why? I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Indiana Jones in the diapers of destiny. You know what I mean? It's not interested. Not down. It says
They could have at least done it like half decent, like, and do it like a passing of torch or do something cool with his character to like
mhm.
make him seem at least like do something like Logan where he made this ultimate sacrifice to I don't know for his kid that they killed
For
off
his
screen apparently.
daughter. You know.
Yeah, his daughter,
Oh,
not his
sorry. I
son
thought you
that
were
was
talking about
killed off
Logan.
screen.
I thought you were talking about Logan. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, well that too, like in Logan where he did something for his daughter and they continue going on like do something with this where he did something for his son rather than just killing his son off screen.
Exactly. Oh man, when I heard about that, it's like, "Where's Mutt? Oh, he died in
That's
Vietnam." What? It's like, I was like, that makes you mean the
how.
character who hated the fucking government and the Crystal Skull fought in Vietnam? It's like what? It's like it makes no
Oh
sense.
my god.
Um. So yeah, I think all this is telling. I think all this is it's their own doing. And of course, I don't want to talk about it right now, but obviously, the Sound of Freedom came out, the child trafficking movie, and all that stuff. And
Yep.
it's really sad that a $300 million movie like Indiana Jones came out, and the same week, Sound of Freedom came out and took the number one spot. You know what the budget for that movie
Yeah.
was? Sound of Freedom,
How much?
14 million. Okay, it came out on July 4th. Okay,
Yep.
Indiana Jones came out on July 1st. Okay,
Three days apart.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, you know how much money Sound of Freedom made on its opening day? 14 million. It made back his budget. And the crazy part about the Sound of Freedom is like it's an art house film, so there is no marketing budget. They had to actually crowdfund the marketing, so it was all donations.
Wow.
So they don't have, so they made back all their money. So everything else they're getting is just gravy now.
That's
Apart
hilarious.
from the ticket sales are 40 to 50%. So, um,
It's still it's just for me what kills me is that it's not only did they make back their money, it's a film that is only being shown in the States, nowhere else.
it's in Canada.
Meanwhile, oh, in Canada too. Okay, so North America.
If you drive to Ottawa, you can see it. It's not being played in Quebec, and I read why. It's because the budget is so low for the movie, they didn't dub it in French, and because the movie doesn't even have a French option, they won't play it in Quebec. Like you can make
Blame.
you can make the Avengers and play it in English in Quebec, as long as you say, "Oh, we have the English one, we have the French one somewhere on the shelf." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how great our politics are here. So
it's so ridiculous.
so that's the only reason why it didn't come out here.
I'm not surprised,
But
but it's
it did play in Quebec for 1 week last week.
okay.
It played the owner of the Guzzo
Yeah,
theaters. He bought a copy of the film and screened it for 1 week. That's all he was allowed to do.
okay.
So he did it because there was so much. Think about it. There was so much demand for it that he went out and said, "Yeah, we're gonna go outside the law and purchase this and potentially subtitle it ourselves for you guys. You know.
That's very wow.
So yeah. So I think the fact that Indiana Jones right now is struggling so hard to make money, it's really bad. So when you add everything up, when you add the fact that and another big thing is the streaming service for Disney.
Oh yeah,
Disney Plus.
That's kind of going down the shitter too, eh?
Well, what's funny is that no, they're not giving any reporting on it. We don't know how many people actually subscribe. We don't know how many people actually unsubscribe. We don't know how many people are watching the shows. We don't know, like you don't know if a show is actually doing well or not, which is why they keep making trash. You know?
Yeah.
And
Yes, that, not to mention the other review companies who are kind of making it seem like either A, it's good, or there's so many mixed reviews on things nowadays.
yeah.
It's hard to even tell, despite whatever the service is doing, it's whether all the reviewers that are reviewing it, if they're even being legitimate.
But there is one thing that I can tell you, and it's proof to me that the things that they're doing on their TV show platforms, like Lord of the Rings. No, wait, no, that's Amazon. Sorry, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Willow. They did Willow.
Oh, yeah, that I heard that bombed.
Yeah, it bombed hard. They're doing the Star Wars stuff. Everything that they come out with is just it's not hitting the mark, and the reason why I know that is because Willow came out on Disney Plus. It was a Disney Plus TV show, right?
Mhm.
And when did Willow come out? It came out this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it came out this year. It's gone.
Oh, they took it completely off the
You
service
you
already.
can't watch it on Disney Plus anymore. They took it off.
Wow.
Like, do you know what that means? It means it costs them more to keep this piece of shit show on their servers because nobody is watching it, and they're like, "Hey, we need to have a yard sale. Fucking take Willow off streaming platform. No one's watching it. Like, trust me, no one's gonna look for it."
I just looked at the reviews of it. IMDb gave it a 5.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 84%. And there's what's it? Google users 70 people like the TV show. It's like all over the place. It's mediocre, it's horrible, or it's amazing. There's no like actual legit like middle ground or people like coming together with some things and saying it's good. It's all over the place. No one can pinpoint it.
I'm reading something from the Disney Plus Informer,
Yeah.
and it says the question was why was Willow removed from Disney Plus? Disney decided to remove Willow from Disney Plus because of low viewership, and that's it. That was the whole answer. That was the whole answer to the question. So you see, no, but to me that's proof that they're fucking up with their shows. And like when I can't see you having content like that and people keep subscribing every month, you know? And to me, Disney Plus is a failure. And like right now, the rumors are Bob Iger is looking to sell ABC. He doesn't want it anymore. He's looking to sell ESPN. And he's looking to outsource or get rid of Disney Plus. Not get rid of the platform, but just like no longer own it because it's costing him way too much fucking money. So and you know, like, to me that is mind-boggling. Like, dude, how is it that the company that has like all the fucking movies that we all grew up with that were amazing, like, okay, basically Disney Plus is like a free babysitter, okay? And you fucked it up. You fucked it up somehow. That is so wrong. That's messed up.
Oh my god.
You shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, no shit.
But you've pushed it to a point where like not even the parents are like, yo, fuck it, I don't want the free babysitter. I'll watch my kid. You know? It's like that's messed up, man. And I find it so sad that it fell so far. And again, to me, there's a lot of reasons why this happened. One of them, like, I'm talking way too much. Cut me off when you're ready.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead.
But to me, it's like it's greed. A part of it is greed. Oh, we want to own Fox. We want to own this. We want to own that. We want to go buy this. We want to go buy that. Greed is a huge part of the equation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the second thing is they spread themselves way too thin. So like you had like movies with amazing CGI and that kind of stuff, but you only have so many fucking CGI artists working at Disney. So then you have to start cutting corners, and you get shitty CGI in other TV shows. Like, I'm sorry, but She-Hulk, she looked fucking terrible. Like, it was horrible.
Oh, no kidding.
It looked like actual trash. But Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, the de-aged Indiana Jones in the first 20 minutes of the movie, impeccable. Like, he looks so good. You know? He looks really...
Wow.
It looks like Harrison Ford when he was 30. It's weird. Because you spread yourself so thin, you have to dilute other products to keep other ones afloat. You know what I mean? So to me, that's a part of the reason why they started sinking also.
I feel like, I mean, at least just to give She-Hulk a bit of credit, it is a TV show, so I'm not expecting them to put like that crazy of a budget on it compared to like an actual film where they need to hope they need to get their ticket sales and everything else going on there.
The reason why I do expect it to be as good is because when I compare it to the CGI that I saw in Mando, the whole thing's on a fucking green screen. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, like I don't know what. Have you ever taken a look at the whole what's it, the little documentary series they had to show you what they did to record it all?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
That is so impressive.
Yeah,
like to think that every set that they're walking around in is not real. That's messed up.
But that's the thing is like but it's also saving them on other
traveling
other
costs
as well.
and
Exactly. They don't have to travel everywhere. They can make their own set and then set up their own lighting how they want it, so that they can get the perfect atmosphere for what they want.
But it's still a technological marvel. It's still money that you have to invest into computer graphics to try and make that look real. Like Mando is actually in that desert. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So that's a TV show. I'm sorry, She-Hulk did not get that budget. It did not get that budget, bro.
No, yeah.
So you see what I mean? They had to dilute their products in order to keep themselves afloat. And for me, and a lot of people will disagree with it, but the crux of the issue was the messaging. The messaging that they kept trying to push in all their movies, where the message took precedence over the storytelling and the quality. It pushed it to a point where I'm just not interested in seeing anything Disney anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Like the last couple of Marvel movies, apart from Guardians, I didn't see them. I didn't see the Thor movie. Wait, what else was there? I didn't see Eternals.
I thought you did see Thor.
Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, okay, for some reason I thought you did.
No.
Yeah, it was okay. It was. It's pretty much like everyone was saying. There's way too many jokes at inappropriate times, and they just tried to force it so much that it just didn't feel fun. There was no tension.
I didn't see Black Panther 2. I don't think I saw anything from this new phase, honestly, apart from Guardians. So, and
we're in phase 5 now.
I think so. No,
yeah.
And everything that they announced, I'm just not excited for anymore. Like, oh, this is coming out with this. I'm like, and it's like, tell me the next Chris Nolan movie is coming out. I'm like, okay, let's see what it is. Oppenheimer, I'm down. Let's go. Tell me James Gunn is gonna launch his new cinematic universe. I'll be a little bit interested. I want to see what it's all about. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but I'm a lot more interested than seeing the next Spider-Man.
Wait, you're talking about DC at that point, no?
Yeah, I'm talking about other properties.
Okay.
So other properties, like I can still see myself getting hyped up for them. To be honest, I got hyped for Transformers Beast Wars.
Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna be good. Apparently, it didn't do that great.
I was really hoping it was gonna be good too, but apparently, yeah, like you said, it didn't hold up because, dude, it's Michael Bay. It's just explosions on screen, So
yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I was saying before. It's just all his movies followed the same trend over and over and over, and he just copy pasted new people every time.
Yeah, no, but Michael Bay had his moments, man, where he made some really solid movies. Like apart from the Transformers franchise, which is what everyone knows him for now. Let me look him up real quick. Michael Bay.
They had Ninja Turtles.
Check it out.
What else do they have?
Bad Boys 1, Bad Boys 2. Freaking good movies.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor. Love Pearl Harbor.
I still have yet to see it from beginning to end.
Wait, he did The Rock? I thought he did... I thought that was Jerry Bruckheimer. No, it was Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, The Rock, 13 Hours. And I know people fucking hated him, but I liked the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. I thought
I did too. I thought the second one was a lot better than the first, and it
same.
was gonna go somewhere, and then everyone just did not like it.
I don't know because they didn't put that baby blue female Ninja Turtle. I guess I forgot her
Oh
name.
my god!
Pain and
I
Gain.
know.
Pain and Gain was fucking hilarious, but that's like a cult movie now.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know.
no shit.
So, dude,
No,
he had his
feel
moments. He had
I
some
feel
really good
like
movies.
he did back in the day. I just feel like now he's been typecast into that.
Hmm.
I don't know, those that like whatever Transformers is, and every genre like it now, because like that's most of the stuff he releases
I was
nowadays.
gonna say if he wants to get back on top, he needs to let go of the Transformers movies and just like go do something else. But I think Transformers movies for him. I don't even think he actually directs them anymore. I think he just slaps his name as a producer on it or something, and he's like, oh, a couple million
so,
bucks, let's go. So
so he's basically Tim Burton now.
yeah.
Throws his name onto something and he's got cash flow. Like you know that the whole Nightmare Before Christmas movie, it wasn't him who directed it, right?
Oh, it wasn't.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember the guy's name. It was somebody else. He was in the middle of doing Batman, the second Batman movie with Michael Keaton.
Batman Returns with
So he
Penguin.
was, yep,
Damn, that was a favorite one too.
yeah, he was off going to do that, and he's like, you know what? You do the movie, direct it. Here's my image.
You know,
Just make it Tim Burton-esque and don't fuck it up.
like you're a ghostwriter. It's like that doesn't happen outside of books. It's like you're my ghostwriter. God damn it. So, in a nutshell, that's why I wanted to talk about Disney because I just feel like it's a very good point you made. Like a lot of people say how they're not gonna sink, they're not gonna fail,
Yeah.
but dude, it's the cracks are starting to show big time, and they're having to sell off their assets to be able to pay their bills. And you know what
Yeah.
you know what the fucked up part is? We didn't even talk about the parks, the Disney
Oh
parks,
yeah, the parks are starting to take a bit of a hit too now.
like
Like they're getting ridiculously
the
expensive.
Galactic Hotel shut down.
Yep.
It's gone.
That was a shame. I was hoping I wanted to go check it out, but it was really just the price that was kind of deterring me because it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't
Who the
like
hell wants
it was $200-300 for a dinner or lunch.
like it's nice to go get the Star Wars experience, but I'm not gonna go and spend that. I
So
don't even think people spend that much at a park.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know I remembered from what I saw in the analysis was how Disney park attendance kept going down and down and down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they dipped the worst during COVID.
I mean that's kind of understandable
Right,
considering the circumstance.
exactly. They dipped worst. They were at the worst point in COVID. Today, they are lower than that.
Ooh,
Their park attendance is lower than during COVID times, apparently.
wow,
So,
wow, that's rough.
dude, more people came to your park when there was a fucking pandemic.
That's
That's how
rough.
shitty your property is now. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Oh, I just want to.
I feel like it's what everything that they've been doing. Like besides the parks, like the price wise going down. I feel like everything that they've been doing movie wise is another reason because like everyone's getting that bit of a sour taste in their mouth. Like, oh, they're doing this movie and it's kind of poopy. I kind of don't want to give money to Disney anymore. And then it's like,
Mhm.
oh, we can go to the parks, but you know what? That movie really left a sour taste, and I don't really like Disney anymore. Why would I want to go to their park and give them money? Like
Absolutely. I
it's more
remember.
reason for yeah.
I
Go
remember.
ahead, go ahead.
I was talking to a friend at work the other day, and he was saying how when he was a kid, he went to Disneyland,
Yeah,
and he said how when he went to Disneyland, this was like maybe 10 years ago or so. Even back then, it was expensive, I believe. And he
yeah,
said how when they went, it was like, yeah, we went to the park. He's like, but and they stayed in the park. They had a room there. He's like, but more often than not, they would eat food that their mother brought for them. And if they did want to go have dinner, they'd leave the park and go somewhere else and have dinner outside. It's like
yeah.
because yeah, no, it costs a fortune to feed a family in that place, man. No, it's sad because they're really on the way out, and they just don't see. I know it's very naive to say this, but I feel like it's such an easy fix. You know? It's such an easy fix.
Yeah.
Just make good content.
Yeah.
Just make good content. People start coming back. That's it. You know, that's all you got to do. You know, you excited to go see the Marvels? Yeah, fuck no. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody cares. It's like,
If I didn't even care about what was it, Captain Marvel, I definitely don't care about the Marvels right now.
yeah,
It just like, especially with all the production issues and everything that's been going on and whatnot with the movie, it just sounds like it's just not a good time. And
fucking
yeah, definitely not interested.
nope. Fucking Marvels, man. It's like they could honestly, it could be a good movie. It could.
Yeah,
I know it could be. And the trailer had. I saw the trailer for it, and there were some moments where I was like, oh, that's a fucking great idea. Every time they use a power, they warp to that person's location. They swap.
yeah,
I think that's brilliant. That makes such a unique storytelling purpose. You know.
yeah.
I just know they're gonna fuck it up at some point. You know, because it's gonna be like, oh, this guy looked at me, use my power, switch, Monica Rambeau. You know, it's just like, oh, that's how we're gonna use these skills and jokes. Okay, I see. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it's gonna be used in the movie. I don't doubt it anymore. Um,
Or just one of those scenarios where like they'll show you them use they'll show you those scenes from the trailer in like the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then they'll just never address it again, and everything will be fine.
yeah, absolutely. And I don't know, man. No one gives a fuck about Captain I Don't Smile, and
Captain Who?
I Don't Smile. And
Yeah.
then we have the other one, Black Captain I Don't Smile, and then we have Big Indian Hands. Great.
Jesus.
But to be fair, Kamala Khan, I think I don't see anything wrong with her story and her character and all that crap. Because to
Hmm.
be honest, to me she's like a Peter Parker.
Okay.
She's for the younger generation. She's for them.
Yeah.
You know? So and if the younger generation likes it, good on them. I know that character's for them, and if they enjoy it, go for it, you know?
Yeah.
But Captain Marvel, fuck that flat ass. Not literally, but yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. That's all. I don't know. It was more of a venting session for me from Disney and just spewing out some numbers and all the shit that they're going through right now. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to it.
No, not really. I generally feel kind of disappointed in the direction that Disney is going. Basically, pretty much like you, and I think most of everyone else out there right now. It's
Hmm.
just we're wondering when they're gonna clean up their act or see where they're gonna go with most of this.
Yeah.
But
Like, do you remember when
yeah,
like Frozen came out? Do you remember
yeah,
when Tangle came out? You know, Lilo and
yeah,
not Lilo and Stitch. Moana, all that stuff.
yeah.
Did you know one came out recently?
But what do you mean one came out
One
recently?
of those type of movies, like a big cartoon movie. Two of them came out actually.
Was there another Frozen movie? Wasn't I remember hearing some rumors about it?
Well, I think they announced that it hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no, I didn't know about Moana and what was the other one you said?
no. Like I'm saying, like Moana, Tangled. Like you remember when these movies came out, right?
Yeah,
They were they're basically are they're like the new generation's Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Lion King, and that kind of stuff, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's their version of that. So basically, a bunch of movies came out. Well, two movies came out specifically that I think people didn't realize they came out. Let me see. The
You've
first one
seen
is called. Let me see here. I think it's called Strange World.
Strange World?
Did you hear about this? Yeah, it's Strange World.
Oh, wait. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Oh, okay. If you heard about it, great. I didn't. I didn't know that thing existed.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I saw trailers for this. Yeah, where I think this is where they first actually what's it? They made out one of their characters to be friends or something else.
No,
I
no.
don't
I think
know.
you're just getting it.
It's
That's all.
yeah, yeah. I saw trailers of it. I didn't think much of it. It just Yeah.
I just find it messed up because I think that movie in my mind doesn't exist, and not because I hate it, but just because holy shit, I don't remember seeing shit about this movie. Like I forgot it existed. And
Yeah.
even worse, I think there's one in the theaters right now called Elemental.
Yep.
I didn't know that
And
came out.
it's yep. Those were two, and that's another movie that's not doing that well either.
Oh man, it's just
Yeah.
it's like you bought Marvel, no one gives a fuck about it anymore. You bought Lucasfilms, no one gives a fuck about it anymore. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and do my own Disney stuff. No one gives a fuck about it anymore. It's just it's sad. Like I really wish that they would just go back to making good content and just drop all this crap that they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're
Yeah,
messing up.
it'd be kind of nice. It'd be kind of nice.
Anyways, I'm gonna stop venting. I'm gonna stop bitching and complaining. I sound like a girl.
What?
Just trigger a few people. Just trigger a few people before I go. So,
Yeah, there you go. That's a way to keep your audience.
what do you mean, girl? Man, it's good times. It was good. It was good fun, man. Hey, this weekend, if you want to hit up some games, let me know. I'd be down to stream something with you. Oh, you're going
I
away.
would be Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Forget it. Forget it. You little bendejo.
Why?
All right. Well, you have fun in your trip, and if anybody watches this video, you hope you have fun too.
There you go.